today we are going to be talking about Sidekick, but basically it's Shopify's built-in AI. You can type prompts just like a ChatGPT or Gemini. The idea here is that a prompt is open, right? You can do anything you want with that prompt. So in today's session, we're going to show you how to do a couple different things. Some design stuff. Justin will show you that. So let's go ahead and jump into it now and take a look at Sidekick for Shopify. So what is Sidekick? How do you use it? How do you activate it? Right in the nav bar, I guess it looks like a little guy, like a little superhero or something. If you click on it, it's going to pop open this bar on the right-hand side. And this is how you access Sidekick. And so basically from here, you've got a prompt here at the bottom that says ask anything, and you can start typing in a prompt. You do have the ability to, if you have like a microphone or something set up, you can even click the voice here and actually talk. But basically, think of this almost like a ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these other AI tools that are out there. So if you're looking to do something in your Shopify store, there's a whole series of things that you can do. Instead of going into the regular Shopify area, you can use the AI using regular text prompts, and it will do it for you. So let's try a simple thing like a report, right? So let's say that we wanted to say, hey, I want a report that gets generated that's going to bring up all of maybe my like top selling products or something like that, right? So I'm going to say, generate a report showing my all-time top selling products. Okay? Type that into the prompt. Shopify will do its thing. It takes a few seconds there, of course. It'll analyze all your products, analyze everything, and look at that. There you go. So now you can see all of the products and everything that you have here, brings up that report for you. Now, obviously there's a report area that's, here inside of Shopify that you can get to with the analytics, but this is a quick way to just say, oh, hey, I'm looking for something just off the top of your head, write it up, type it in, shows you all the information and everything that you want there. So really useful to have a quick way to create these custom reports. As I mentioned before, it is smart and it kind of remembers. So now you can say, well, this is a great report, but I want to download it, right? How can I actually use it for something? So now you can say, download as a CSV file. And so now it's going to take that report that it just created for you, generate it, and allow you now to export that top selling report as a CSV file. So you can see just even something that simple, you can start building a report. You could even tweak it. Maybe you can come back and say, yeah, maybe I just want the top 5 or top 2 or whatever the case might be, and then download it as a CSV file. So that's an example of just some, really kind of basic thing that you can do with Sidekick for a report. Now, here up on the top, let's say we wanted to try a new one. I'm going to click here, create a new conversation, and start again. So is it just, for reporting? No, you can do a lot of other things. Shopify has done a really great job, especially at the end of last year, really connecting the AI into a lot of other different parts. So for those of you who are a little bit more on the marketing side, one common thing you can do, you might need to be doing is creating segments for your customers. So using Sidekick, this is another great thing that you can do using the AI. So I've got a prompt that I already did here to save myself from all this typing. I'm going to say, hey, create a customer segment for me that contains only my customers who are based in Alabama, right? So I just picked a random state. So when I say generate, it's now going to go through, it's going to analyze, look at all my customers, and sure enough, it now created a segment for me with just what I asked for. I said, hey, give me all of my customers that exist in this US state of Alabama. There it is. And so now this segment has been created for you. Now, what's cool about it yet is it's not cluttering up your segment area, right? It's generating something for you. So if you click on the segment, it will show you the segment here on the left-hand side. So you can see how it created it. You can see which customers are part of it. And then if you like this segment, like if this is what you want, you can click save here and it will now save it inside of your segment area. So this is definitely, a very useful tool. So you can test a lot of different ideas and then only save the ones that you want. So if this is something that I wanted, I could hit save and I could say that this is Alabama customers. And now that segment is going to be saved inside of my store. So every time I come here to my customer segment area, you can see here's my Alabama customers. I can click on it, and now I've got that segment created. And now you can do anything you want to do from a marketing standpoint. Email those customers, follow up with them, offer them a discount, give specialized maybe products just for that region, right? Tons of different things that you can do using these different segments. And you can create them that easily, right? Just type, say what you want, and it'll create the segment for you. So let's look at another kind of a prompt to show you some of the other areas of. So let's clear out here, and I'm going to do another one. So another common thing that people want to do is handling the merchandising of their store. So maybe you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to paste this in here. Create a collection for me with all of my shoes, all of the products that are shoe products. So I'm going to go ahead and click send here. So that's what it's going to do now. So it's going to analyze my products, it's going to look for it, it's going to think about it, and it's going to say, okay, great. I'm going to create what's called a smart collection that has all of the different products in it for what you requested. And like before, you can preview that, right? It's not going to save it, but it's going to create it for you, get it ready so you can look at it, see if you like it, and then you can save it. So in this case, you can see the thought process, you can see what it did, and then I can hit the preview. It's going to send me over to my collection area inside of Shopify, and it's going to show you everything that it did to set up that particular product. Excuse me, that particular collection. So in this case, it's saying, okay, give me any kind of product where the type is equal to shoes. And this is a smart collection, created the name of the collection for us, created the description. So you can say, okay, well, if all of this looks pretty good, I'm going to hit save. And it's now saving that collection. And now you can see here that it's going to find any products for you where the type is equal to shoes. Let's talk about discounts, right? So this is another popular thing that people want to do. So can you make discounts through the AI? Yeah, you absolutely can. So I'm going to have another prompt here that I typed in that says, create an automatic discount that applies a 10% discount to any customer on their first order, and it can only be used one time. So again, just a prompt, type in the prompt. I'm going to hit generate. So now what it's going to do, it's going to say, okay, well, let me think about what the rules are for that particular type of a discount. I'm going to create it, I'm going to generate it, and I'm going to put in all of the information for you that you want here. And again, like with everything else, it always previews it first. It's not saving anything yet. You have to first approve it. And so this is the rules. This is what it did. I click preview, and now it takes me to the discount area inside of Shopify. And that discount that it created now is moved over here, and it's showing you all the information here. So everything that we asked for, right? 10% off, it's their first time, they can only use it once, and now it's all created for you here inside of the discount area. And if this looks good, and if you like it, and you're like, hey, this is exactly what I wanted, you just hit save, and now it's going to take that discount that it created, and I'll click in the discounts area here, and you can see it's now saved in my list, right? This is that first 10% off of the first order that somebody created. It's not only just necessarily like kind of one-off things, it can also jump in and create some automations and things for you as well. So for example, if any of you have ever used Shopify Flow before, inside of Shopify Flow, you create different workflows, right? Different automated tools or different types of things that happen. So instead of you having to dig through Flow and look for a bunch of things, you can create a workflow. And now look at this. You can see again, look for the little superhero guy, right? It's saying, right, well, why don't you just tell me what you want and I'll generate the flow. So I'm going to have a workflow. I'm going to just copy and paste here to save a little time. And I'm going to say, you know what? I want you to create an alert for me that sends an email anytime any one of my products reaches a low inventory level of 10 or less, right? So basically an inventory alert, right? We're creating something like that. This prompt could be anything. Send me if a product, sells this many or has this number, whatever it is that you want. You basically just need to type it in. And now what's going to happen is Shopify is going to, think about the process, and it will generate that flow for you, that workflow for you. So it's now going to create all the different little triggers, all the different events, and everything that needs to happen and create the Shopify flow. So you're able to look at it, make sure it does what you want it to do, and then save it for you. So you can see here, again, like everything else, it always makes a preview first before it dumps it in. So it has this one called low inventory alert. So if I click the preview link here on the left-hand side, it's going to jump into the flow. And now you can see the flow that it created for us, right? And this is really powerful now that you can go in and create these workflows and you can see all the little rules, all the triggers, right? Everything that's part of the system, a part of this flow is created from the Sidekick prompt. And if you need to go in and edit, right, you can always click and edit the numbers and values and everything that you want, right? Maybe you want to change it so instead of 10, maybe I want to do 5 or something like that, right? So, oops, you can have that flow created for you. So any kind of automations or any kind of workflows or anything that you want to create, you can do it using this prompt using Sidekick here. So it's really powerful. So again, like anything else, let me add it and save it here. So now I've got this flow in my store. If I click here to my main flow area, you can see the flow here. I'll show you that it's in the list. And here it is, right? I didn't turn it on just yet, but you can see I've got this low inventory alert set up. You click on it, it's inside of your flow. So one thing obviously a lot of people want to do is, well, what about design? Can I have it help me with the design of my site? The answer is yes, you absolutely can. So it's not just going to be limited to some of these more reporting and analytical type things. So we've got Justin here, who's our design director, who's going to now show you how to do some fun design things using Sidekick.
All right. Thank you, Dean, for that handoff. Sidekick is a very powerful tool that will save you a lot of time within the theme for your design. There are multiple different ways you can kind of approach it, use the use of it within your theme. So in here in the theme customizer, on a global level to start off with, we have the little sidekick up here that we can actually do a much grander global touch on it. So say I want a more playful look and feel to my site. And it can be something just as simple as that. Hit enter, and then it's actually going to go in and change things on your site in a global level. And then as it's going to think, it's going to actually show you. So once this gets done, it will actually show you all the different things that it's changed, that it's kind of touched within your theme. So then as you can go through and preview it, if you come over here, see it shows this now little purple star over here. So if you go in there, every single section in the settings that has that purple star, it touched to update your theme. So this new colors, change the typography, animation, badges, buttons, the search. So it went in and touched everything in there. So on a smaller level, so once we just kind of hide this guy, on a smaller level, I can go in and to kind of demonstrate this, click this button, and then I can ask for a change on any of the pieces that are within here. So I want a more pill-shaped buttons across the site. And then I can change the aspects of this. So as this actually updates the buttons here, I will show you next. So kind of that code related part. So it makes the update to the buttons to the actual more pill shaped. But I want to do a follow-up. I want a character to pop up behind it on hover, which would be a code change. So that would definitely need to be some code change on this button. So once I hit that enter button, it's going to come back with no changes were made. So if it's anything beyond the scope of it, like changing any of the code to alter the page theme, it's going to kind of stop at that point. It won't change any code unless it's an AI section. So it's going to tell you here that the reasons why it can't make that change. And it's all because of anything that within the code of the theme it won't change, because of that then makes it unable to update to the newer versions of your theme. But you can always go in and on any of the new templates, click the new section here and then hit the generate. So this generate section here will be a completely customized code area. So I want a list of logos that scroll across the screen. So this is a fully customized section that this will actually update any of the code behind it. So it's a completely new section that will generate the code here. So you see it kind of creating all this new code for the section to generate a brand new section that will fit my needs. And then with this one, it'll save to your list. So one of the things that you'll need to really know is when you're editing this, it will pop up. So I'll show you the prompt. You can do follow-up prompts to kind of fine tune this section. So it's if it doesn't pop up perfectly. So it gives my simple logo, gives me 8 logos, and I really need more than 8. So it says I want to have 20 logos. You get this little follow-up prompt section. So in order to be able to do any kind of follow-up prompt, just make sure you don't hit save first. Once you hit save, it turns that section into basically that static point in time. So then you can no longer go back and update. You'll actually have to go and find different services to do it. But you can keep going back with follow-up and follow-up, follow-up before hitting save and really fine-tune that section to what you need. The other thing you need to know is if you do put content in there, like if I fill this up with logos, if I do a follow-up prompt, it will erase all the logos. So then I'll have to kind of go back in and then update all of these sections. So that is one of the things that it won't carry over any of my assigned images, the text, layout, or any of the settings that gets changed, it won't follow up with. And that is the 3 main pieces where you can use the Sidekick within your theme customization area.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I do, of course, want to mention that we are a full service Shopify agency, so you can reach out to us. I put our link there in the chat. We can help you with your Shopify store. We can help you get set up. We can help you, with your AI, your prompting, all that kind of great stuff. Definitely feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, we definitely look forward to seeing you on the next event that we've got. If you come to our website here, go to our events page, you can see all of the other upcoming events that we've got. Thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it. Hope you found this informative. We look forward to seeing you next week.